Fernando Herranz, and I'm going to be showing you how to get started with Audacity. So Audacity is a fabulous program to record audio, and if you ever familiar with recording audio, you can, I'm sure, be able to talk about how complicated it kind of might be. So I decided today to see about showing you all how to use Audacity, which is a very powerful and free open source recording software that lets you record all kinds of sounds through a USB mic or a USB interface, and makes it very high quality and allows you to have a lot of flexibility as to how you save it and how you export it into another program to be able to use it or listen to it somewhere else. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you some of my settings here. I opened Audacity on my Mac, and I don't think I have the latest version here right now. However, I think one of the latest versions is 2.1, and I think I'm running 2.06. But they're very, very similar, I'm sure. So you want to make sure when you fire up Audacity that you check your audio output here on the screen. And you can see right here I have my Logitech USB headphones plugged in for my output, and then for my input I have my USB audio interface, which is the Scarlett 2i4 USB. And just to see some of the options that you have, you can see all the different things. I can actually use my Scarlett as my output as well, and I can also of course use some of these other options, for instance like my speakers for built-in output if I wanted to do that. But for now, since I'm recording, I'm going to be using my Logitech USB headset for the output. Now for the input, I'm actually going to be using my audio interface, the Scarlett, with a guitar, and I'm just going to strum the guitar when I record, just to give you an example of how we use this. Now those are two of the main settings here. Now you can look over here at the core audio, which really doesn't give me any additional options, so really that's self-explanatory. I'm just going to leave that there. And I'm going to leave my stereo option here too, even though sometimes even if I have this selected, it'll still record in mono depending on my audio interface. So right now, since I'm only plugged into channel 1, it's going to give me a mono recording, even though you'll see both channels here once I start recording. Now you want to go ahead and also check your settings under Audacity Preferences, and I'm going to go ahead and look at my devices here, which you can see also everything is selected the way I had on the window, but just double checking everything. I guess I'm just going to hit cancel, but basically all my settings are the way I want them. And then I'm also going to make sure on my computer that I have my settings correctly set, so that way I ensure that my audio will record the way I want it to record and not have any additional issues or problems. So right now I think what I'm going to do, I'm pretty much ready to record, so I have everything plugged in and ready to go. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and press my record button here, which is the red circle button, and when I do that you'll see a track open up immediately and it will start recording. And I'm just going to strum my guitar once I press a button, and you'll see the waveform go ahead and illustrate itself or show itself on the screen. Okay, here we go. Okay, so you can see that I did strum my guitar, and you can see the waveform, not very big. If it was louder I could probably get a larger waveform, but right now I think I'm just going to go ahead and leave it like that. And if I wanted to play it back, all I need to do is press the green button here for playback, and let's see what it sounds like. Okay, so there it is, and like I said before, it is recording in mono. Now if you're interested in turning that mono recording into a stereo recording or something very much like it, there are many different ways to do that, which I will not be showing you here in this recording. but you can go ahead and find these on YouTube and probably just search for make stereo track in Audacity, and that should actually show you how to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and take my audio file here, and I'm going to go ahead and save it. And here we got save project as. Since we're starting off, I'm going to go ahead and save project as the first time around. Okay, and I'm going to give it a title. I'm just going to call it test audio 1. And I'm just going to go ahead and save it to my desktop right now. So I have a few different options here. I think I'm just going to go ahead and create a new folder out here. And I'm going to title it Audacity Tests. Okay. Okay, there it is. And I'll just hit save, and it'll save it inside that file, folder, excuse me. Okay, so there it is, and now I'm also interested in maybe exporting my audio. So that will actually be one of these functions over here, which is going to be export audio. Now if you want to have an MP3 file or something along those lines, or AIFF file, or one of the other various audio files, you're going to have to export the audio. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that. So let's go ahead and export audio. And you'll see there's my name of the file. Now down here at the bottom under format, you'll see I have a lot of options in this drop down menu. My first option is AIFF, okay, which is the Apple format, the WAV, W-A-V, which is a Microsoft format, and then I have a few other ones. Now the MP3 file, some of you might be interested in MP3 files, and of course there's a whole bunch of other ones here too. And so there's a few more that go off the screen here, but for right now, let's go and look at the MP3 files. So let's go ahead and click that one. And I want to save it as an MP3 file, so I'll go ahead and I'll hit save. And then I'll have a metadata window that opens up, and I can go ahead and fill these in. I'm not going to do that right now, but I can. And it'll save that in the file. And I can also add or change or remove or clear any information that I have here. Plus I have some other options here as well, but I'm not going to worry about those. So I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. Okay, and it exported it to that folder. So I'm going to be going back into that folder if I want to find it and do something with that. So anyways, the one trick about the MP3 export is that you need to have the export plugin to be able to do that for MP3s. Now most of the other files you don't need the MP3 plugin, but for the MP3 plugin, or excuse me, to export as an MP3, you do need to have that plugin. So the other options you do not need it, but for this one you do. And you can go ahead and look that up, I believe, on the link that I have at the bottom of my video here. You can go ahead and look and see under audacity.sourceforge.net and find that MP3 plugin to be able to do so. So anyways, without further ado, I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off right now, and if you have any questions, please go right ahead and post them to the blog, and I will make sure to respond as soon as I can. Okay, thank you very much. This is Fernando Herranz signing off, and hoping that you enjoyed this video. Thank you.